On a scorching hot day here at Dow Diamond, the Great Lakes Loons take game one of a doubleheader versus Clinton 6-3, led by Brian Cavazos Galvez, who not only extended his hitted streak to 20 games, an all-time Loons record, but did so in all-star fashion, blasting a two-run homer to left field. Cavazos Galvez and his teammates do not plan on cooling off anytime soon. No Sprint Cup driver has more wins this year than Denny Hamlin, the number 11 car looking to make it a clean sweep at MIS this summer. It's summertime, and that means fun times out at the ballpark. And while many are here to watch the Great Lakes Loons perform, the last thing that's on these kids' minds are balls and strikes. Parents let their kids run wild here at Louis' Lookout in right field for 9 innings. After months of phone calls, visits from recruits, and deliberation with family and friends, the decision on where Grand Blanc's Justice Hayes will play college football ultimately resides with the 4-star running back. And today, just days before the first practice of his senior season, he announced his choice.
The college that I'll be attending in the summer of 2011 will be the University of Notre Dame.
While having to choose between 6 marquee schools was difficult for Justice Hayes, academics proved to be the decisive factor in the senior running back's decision, which is why he will be joining the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in the fall of 2011.
I knew that Notre Dame, had academic support, a great networking system, and everything just felt right. And like I said, I just want to, I wasn't just thinking about the 4 years in college. I'm thinking about 4+ and after college, and I just want to be a successful person.
Although the future Notre Dame star knows where he will be playing after the Friday night lights have dimmed, Hayes still has 1 year remaining as a Grand Blanc Bobcat, and head coach Joe Delaney is going to make sure that he is prepared for the next level.
Big Ten, they're a lot bigger and stronger, and when you're talking about Notre Dame and all the great people that they play, he understands that. So, we're going to make sure that he stays on his program and gets stronger, and we're also going to, like I say, give him the ball a little bit more and demand a little bit more of him, because that's what's going to happen at the next level.
With a seemingly bright future ahead for Justice Hayes on the field, his future off of it looks to shine just as bright. Reporting from Grand Blanc, Stephen Christakos, NBC 25 Sports. 5 starts, no wins, more than enough proof that Andy Oliver is not ready to pitch in the big leagues. The Tigers rookie sent back down to AAA Toledo Monday. Oliver took the loss on Sunday in Cleveland, falling to 0-4 on the year. His ERA is well north of 7, and he has shown control issues as well, walking 13 batters in 22 innings. Mr. Perfect Armando Galarraga called back up to the big club. He will start tomorrow night. The Tigers have dropped 5 straight and sit tied with the Twins, a game and a half back behind the White Sox. Opening pitch for the series opener with Texas set for 7:05 tonight. Jeremy Bonnerman gets the nod. Midwest League, Loons dropped their road finale in Wisconsin this afternoon 4-3. The Timber Rattlers scored 3 runs with 2 outs in the 9th to snatch away the victory. Great Lakes off tomorrow before returning to Dow Diamond Wednesday night. The Carfax race weekend at Michigan International Speedway less than a month away. MIS expecting huge crowds for both the nationwide Carfax 250 and the Sprint Cup Carfax 400. Danica Patrick will take part in the nationwide race on Saturday, August 14th, as she resumes an abbreviated 12-race NASCAR schedule. For $88, fans can get 2 adult seats to the Carfax 250, 1 child seat, a licensed Danica Patrick t-shirt, and an MIS hat. Saginaw native and NBA star Jason Richardson coming home for the 7th straight year to host his annual charity golf outing for the United Way of Saginaw, benefiting children in the area, something he looks forward to every year.
To come out here and have everybody come out and support the United Way to give money back to the community is excellent. I think it gets bigger every year. We were glad about that, and hopefully we can continue to do this.
While hitting the links to raise money is an enjoyable part of this 3-day charity event for Richardson, the real reward seems to be the Man Up Forum held this Saturday, in which the Arthur Hill alum has a chance to connect with young men in the community on a personal level.
Yeah, that's the most important part of this whole week for me, is the Man Up Forum, just talking to kids. Just trying to divert them from any violence, steer them in the right direction, knowing that, let them know that, you can come from Saginaw and be successful.
Although the charitable hoopster seems to not have a care in the world, with a big smile on his face as he gives back to the less fortunate, an NBA lockout is looming after next season, and the possibility of it occurring is on Richardson's mind.
It's very possible. Knowing the economy, knowing that the owners want more of the basketball revenue, is very likely it could happen. The Players Association, we having meetings trying to figure out a way not go into a lockout, but we're prepared. Guys been saving up their money and being prepared for it in case there will be a lockout.
The ex-Spartan star spends most of his time in Arizona playing for the Phoenix Suns now, but never forgets where his roots are. Reporting from Frankenmuth, Stephen Christakos, NBC 25 Sports.
All right, Stephen Christakos joining us now for sports, and there is no margin for error as the Tigers continue to chase the first-place White Sox.
Yes, Detroit actually salvaged the back end of a doubleheader last night. And tonight, they turn to Armando Galarraga. We'll have a preview of the big game next, and we'll take you back out to Warwick Hills for round 2 of the Randy Wise Jr. Open. Highlights coming up. You're watching NBC 25 News at 6. Sports is on the way. Of the 99 players in the field for this year's Randy Wise Jr. Open at Warwick Hills in Grand Blanc Township, exactly 2 of them broke par during yesterday's opening round. Here's one of them, Hao-Yun Liu, who shot 71 on Tuesday. Liu on 9 for birdie. Offline by just inches, Liu would later catch fire on the back 9. Fenton's Tyler Nunn also on 9. A great shot out of the bunker. Easy tap-in for par for the Tiger alum. To 7, where we find Sean Friel, who shot a 66 at the Fortress last month. This birdie putt stops short of the cup. Friel ends up with a 73. One of his playing partners, a young man by the name of Bo Titsworth. I can hear the FCC already. Easy birdie moments later. The Ohio native shoots a 1 under 71. The other golfer who broke par on Tuesday, Ashley Armstrong, the high school senior, to be protecting her 2-shot lead from the get-go. Great approach at 1. She taps in the easy birdie putt, but Armstrong would struggle to a 79. She is 3 shots back, and then we come full circle to wrap things up. At 18, Liu to save par, but the putter betrays him. Liu still cards an even par 72 and trails Henry Doe of Ypsilanti by 3 strokes.
Yeah, I did have a lot of saves today. I didn't hit many fairways, which doesn't help around here. I only missed fairway by a couple feet, but I'd be under a lot of trees. But made a lot of good par putts today.
At 7 games back of Chicago in the Central, the Tigers' division title chances are roughly the same as the chances that Brett Favre will actually remain retired. Unlikely, but not impossible. After an embarrassing loss yesterday in the first game of a day-night twin bill with the White Sox, the Tigers bounced back with a vengeance in Game 2, winning by a 7-1 score behind a strong outing from the previously slumping Jeremy Bonderman. The victory pulled Detroit back within 7 games of the White Sox, but nothing short of winning the next 2 games will rekindle any realistic hopes of a division crown. Armando Galarraga takes the hill at the top of the hour. And finally this evening, some news from the hardwood. The Pistons re-signing fan favorite Ben Wallace. The veteran center inked a 2-year deal worth $3.8 million. The 4-time Defensive Player of the Year was a part of that 2004 championship team and will provide that leadership the Pistons need in the locker room. Wallace led the team in blocks and rebounds last year and chipped in 5.5 points a game. In 2001, Jeremy Bonderman was drafted out of Pasco High School as a junior, still the only person to hold that distinction. Bonderman getting the start in his native Washington this afternoon versus the Mariners. Bondo 2-2 after his first 7 starts. Seattle jumps on the board. First, Michael Saunders soft liner to left. Mariners go in front 1-0. Maglio Ordonez filling in for Miguel Cabrera in the cleanup spot. And Ordonez doing his best Cabrera impersonation. 2-run homer. Ordonez 7th of the year. Tigers add to the lead in the 6th. Austin Jackson, another opposite field base hit, 4-1 at this point. But Seattle has exploded for 4 runs in the 8th and now leads 5-4.
Stephen Christakos joins us now for sports. And Stephen, an embarrassing incident for the Lions just before training camp.
Yeah, Dylan, team president Tom Lawan arrested for DUI in Roscommon County over the weekend. A big distraction as the team tries to sign its draft picks. Plus, a look back at Sunday's final round from Genesee County Amateur Championship. You're watching NBC 25. Sports is next.